Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a pizza. We're going to start off with the dough and then we'll show you how to make the pizza and the toppings. Okay, so today we have 210 grams of flour. We've got yeast. Now this yeast you just need to, it's instant yeast. You just add it in like this. This yeast is 7 grams. 7 grams of yeast. So make a little well there. Don't know whether you saw that. And I'll cover the yeast. Just a bit like that. Just to keep it a bit warm. Okay, then I'm going to add 7 grams of sugar. Now, a little trick is that we're going to add some powdered milk. 14 grams of powdered milk, okay?
Or they can use any milk.
Yeah, any milk, even liquid milk, but you'd have to adjust the other liquids. Now, I've dissolved water already in this, in the salt. So it's 7 grams of salt in lukewarm water. So I'm going to pour that in a second. But first of all, I am going to... Okay, so we've got 2 teaspoons of olive oil going in first. 1, 2. Okay, so just get as much of that oil out of there as possible. This is virgin olive oil. And now we're going to add the salty water, which is 7 grams of salt in lukewarm water dissolved. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to mix it by hand because this is really a no knead. So it's for a thin pizza. This is the best way I found to do a thin pizza base. So we just mix it up.
Yeah, we can just wet all together the
You can use your hands. Don't be afraid to use your hands.
Yes. Right, just make a dough.
So there we are, we've got the ball. Now the best thing to do with this ball is to just put a little bit of olive oil on there, just to give it a nice surface. Okay, so you just do that, put it in here, and then we cover it for
about like 6 hours.
Yeah, as long as you like, a couple of hours at least, minimum.
The more longer, the much better.
So here is our dough. It has been...
after 6 hours.
After 6 hours, been rising. Not much because it's for a thin pizza. You give it a bit of a little punch there and you bring it out. Okay, now we're going to make this dough, put a flour on the table. We're going to make this dough into just 3 small pizzas. So what we're going to do, we're going to weigh the dough. 725. And we're going to divide it by 3, which is roughly around about, let's see, 750. That's 250 minus about 8, so 250. So let's make it 240. So there we go. That's great. I'll put the rest in there and we'll come back to it later.
240 each.
So this is actually 238 grams, this one, which is fine. Okay, so a bit more flour on the table, and now we're going to make it into a pizza base. So the best thing to do is just push it out like that, and then we come and... Okay, we're ready to go. A bit of flour on top, and roll it this way, roll it that way, roll it on an angle, roll it this way. You repeat that a couple of times and I'll roughly come out to a circle. Pick it up. You've got to be pretty good at this. You can spin it around and you put it back down. Now this is probably much about the size it's going to end up to be. A bit more there. Okay, here we go. So let's see, that's probably about pretty good, not a bad looking pizza. Okay, there we go. There's your pizza base. Now I'll put it. Now we're putting it onto just a wooden peel here. Okay, and then we're going to cover it for a little bit longer, and we're going to let it just rest for a little while. I don't think it'll rise much because it's for a thin pizza, but we'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, this is the rest of our dough. Exactly the same process again, and we'll make another pizza base. So we'll just weigh this up quickly, make sure that we've got roughly about half. That looks like about half there, and that's half there.
How many
that's
grams
very
in
good.
there?
Roughly about 240, 242 grams each. So that's really good. So we'll put that back in there. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing here. Make it into a little ball. Put a bit of flour on the table.
Okay.
Okay, you make it into a little ball. You press it into a little pizza circle, and then just a little bit of flour on the top. Rub it in. The other side. I don't know why that is.
No, that's the brown sugar.
Yeah. Okay, so you then roll it around. You get quite good at this after a while, but they never really come out all the time perfect. Depends how you do it. But this is looking better than the last one, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's about it. Give it a bit of a toss. Now that's a bit of a tricky one. You've got to practice that one. Okay, then we're going to get a wooden pizza peel. This is the pizza peel. I put a bit of flour on there just so that it doesn't stick too much. Then we just bring this up here and we just put it there. And look at that fit. Now that's pretty good. So again, we're just going to cover it and we'll come back in a little while. Okay, now we're going to top the pizza. So what we've got here is just basically a soup spoon, which it is, and some pizza sauce. So, we're just going to put some pizza sauce on there. So the pizza sauce, and we just use the back of the soup spoon, and we just, in circular motion, you just spread it all over. So that it doesn't have to be thick. Actually thin, some people like it much thinner, but this is how you just get it all around. Okay, this isn't a very big pizza, but we like cheese, so it's going to have 100 grams of cheddar cheese on there. No, not cheddar. Now we've got the sauce on the base. We're going to put the cheese and the toppings on top. Okay, so first of all we're going to put the mozzarella cheese on. We just spread it in the middle and then move it out to the edges. So all of that goes on. You just spread it out like this, just so that it's roughly around the edges. Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to take some cheddar cheese. Now I slice cheddar cheese like this and I just drop it around. We all like cheese. We love cheddar here. This is Australian cheddar. Okay, so we just put the cheddar cheese everywhere we can. Okay, then on top of that, this is going to be actually a bacon and pineapple. It's very similar to ham and pineapple, but this is bacon and pineapple.
Hawaiian,
Some people call it. Okay, so we just put the bacon everywhere. Plenty of bacon. Everyone loves bacon. Oink, oink, oink. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're going to, on top of that, we are going to add the pineapple. Okay, now here we go with the pineapple. Just had to get it there. So we just dump pineapple all over. Everyone loves pineapple on their pizzas, even though a lot of Italians wouldn't say this is a pizza. But us Australians and the Filipinos, they love ham and pineapple. Okay, now that's that. And now for a bit of colour, we'll add a bit of capsicum. Okay, a bit of green capsicum, a bit of red capsicum, around all over the place. Everyone loves capsicum as well. There we go. Now that's our pizza. It's about to go into our pizza oven, and it won't take long because we've got this pizza oven with a pizza stone. You'll be impressed, I hope, with it. Okay. Here's the oven, the pizza oven. On goes the pizza. Well, sort of. There we go. Set our timer. We're going to set our timer for 8 minutes. It's pretty quick. There we go. And we'll wait till it goes off, then have a look.
There you go.
Okay. Here's the pizza coming out onto the tray.
Okay.
We're going to cut it. Nice and crispy, I can tell. There we go. There's our pineapple and bacon. Bacon and pineapple, Hawaiian with capsicum.